Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie, and welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Okay, before we get started, I would like to invite anybody who hasn't already to hit that word subscribe. When you do, give the videos thumbs up, share them if you can, and leave me a comment. Okay, I'm going to try to raise this camera so you can see this full square. Oh, sorry. Close enough. Okay. Let's come back down. I don't like it up tall like that. Okay, anyway. This is a granny square that I got a stitch diagram for. And I figured, okay, I'll give it a shot. It seems pretty easy, and it is. It's very easy. Alright, y'all want to learn how to make this? Like I said, it's really easy. And you're using basic stitches throughout the whole thing. Alright, give me just a second, and we'll get started. Okay, you can't tell it, but this is a Susan Bates J10 6mm crochet hook. This is an antique hook that I got from my mother, and I just put the rubber band design on it myself. But this is the only 6mm crochet hook I can find right now, so that's what we're going to use. And this is just a 4 worsted weight yarn. I'm going to start with a slip knot. I'm going to put our hook in. And because we're doing so many in the circle, we're going to chain 5. Alright, now I go into the back bump because it makes it easier to actually find the hole for me to work into when I join like this. Alright, now I'm going to chain 3, and that does count as a double crochet. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to put 15 double crochets in this circle. So, counting the chain 3, it's 16. Okay? But not counting the chain 3, you got 15 actual double crochets, and the chain 3 makes it 16. So, 16. And I'm not going to sit here and make y'all watch me put 16 double crochets in that hole. I will be right back. Okay. Counting my chain 3, I have 16. Alright, so what you want to do now is you want to go into the top of that chain 3. And of course, yes, you know it, slip stitch. Alright, now if you're changing colors the way that I did, you want to chain 1, cut your yarn, and all that. Okay. But if you're not, just continue. Okay, so I'm not going to cut my yarn. I'm just going to pull up a loop. Okay, now, if you're changing colors, get your secondary yarn. And add it however you're going to add it, okay? If you just want to, don't do a slip knot and stuff like that, fine, don't. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in between the double crochets. I am not going in the stitch on the top, okay? I'm working in between the double crochets. Okay, so I'm going to go in there, and I'm gonna, if I can get it to work right, slip stitch. Okay, now I'm going to chain 4. Now the chain 3 counts as a double crochet and then a chain 1, and you'll see why. Okay, then I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to go in between the next double crochets, and I'm going to put a double crochet, and then I'm going to chain 1, and that's the repeat for that round. In between, and then chain 1. So double crochet, chain 1, and you're going in between the doubles, and just count that chain 3 right there as a double, because it acts as a double. All right, just keep doing that, and I'll meet you back over here at the end before we slip stitch. Okay, now on this round you should have 16 doubles and 16 chain 1s, and that's how you increase to get it to lay flat. Each round you've got to increase, or it's gonna bowl on you, is what I like to call it, because it just forms a bowl. All right, so I have put my last double crochet in and chained 1. So remember, here we did a chain 4. So we're going to skip that first double crochet right there. We're going to go into the next one down. Or if it's easier for you to count up, go 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to slip stitch right there. Okay? Now, the next round, we have to increase again. But we're working in the chain 1 spaces. So we need to go into that chain 1 space right there and slip stitch. Okay? And I'm going to chain 3, which does count as a double crochet. And then I'm going to go right back in that same chain 1 space, and I'm going to put another double crochet. Okay, so that's 2 double crochets in that chain 1 space. And then I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put 2 double crochets in that chain 1 space. Pull out some yarn. And chain 1. And I'm not chaining in between the doubles. And that's the repeat for this round. In each chain 1 space, you put 2 doubles and then chain 1. And that's increasing on that round as well. All right, y'all. I'll meet you back over here at the end when I get my 2 doubles and my chain 1 right there in that last chain 1 space. Okay. Now, that's the end of round 3. I've done in my last chain 1 space of the previous row, I've done my 2 doubles and chained 1. So, what you want to do is you want to come over here and 1, 2, 3. So, you want to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. Okay, now, if you're changing color, you want to go ahead and chain 1 and snip your yarn and all that. You know what to do. But if you're not, just continue with what I'm going to tell you, okay? But I'm changing yarn, but I am not going to snip my yarn. I'm just going to pull up a loop like I did the last one. Okay, I'm going to go with this green color. And I'm going to put a slip knot on my hook. And if y'all notice, the way I'm doing on this one is All right, I started here on this row, but I ended over here. And this one, I ended here, and I'm going to start right here. You're going to start in a chain 1 space. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go in that chain 1 space, and I'm going to actually put a single crochet. Okay. And then I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to go right here in the next chain 1 space, and I'm going to put a single crochet. And then I'm going to chain 2. Okay, now I'm going to skip right here to the next chain 1 space. Messed up. And I'm going to put a double crochet. Because we're building a corner now. So we got flat, flat, and height. Okay, now the pattern actually called to chain 5 right here. But I think, let me show you. I think that hole's a bit excessive. So, I'm not chaining 5. I'm going to chain 4. Okay, and then you yarn over. I would hold it because otherwise it'll slip on you and flip. And you're going to go right here into the next chain 1 space. And you're going to put a double crochet. I need to pull out some yarn. There we go. I got yarn now. Okay, and then you're going to chain 2. Okay, so now we got our corner. So now we need to flatten this. So you're going to go right here and you're going to put a single. So you're just working in the chain 1 spaces. And see how that's going to make that corner? Okay. And then you chain 2. And you go right here and you put a single. And then you chain 2. And now we got to work another corner. So that's how you're going to do it. After 2 singles, you're going to do a double, chain 4, and then go skip right over to the next chain 1 space and put another double. Just like that. And that's going to build your corner all the way around. Okay, so we got our chain 2 right there. So now we got to build a corner, like I said. So we're going to go in right there. We're going to put a double. Okay, then I'm going to chain 4. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to go into the next single chain 1 space. And I'm going to work another double. And then I'm going to chain 2. And that's the repeat all the way around. And those chain 4 spaces, that's your corners. Alright, and I will meet you back over here before I slip stitch. Okay. I made it all the way back around to my last building my corner. I haven't chained 2, so let me chain 2. And then I'm going to go right into the top of that first single crochet that I made. And I'm going to slip stitch. Okay. You should be able to pull it like that and it look like a square. So, now what we're going to do is this. Now we got to build up that square. And we're only going to be working in the chain 2 spaces. So, we're going to slip stitch right over to that chain 2 space. Okay, and we're going to chain 3, which does act as a double crochet. Okay, then we're going to put 2 more double crochets in it. And that's what we're going to do in every single chain 2 space other than the corner. Okay? We're going to put 3 double crochets. We're not chaining in between. In every single chain 2 space. Except for the corner. And it's important to not chain in between your 3 double crochets. Just like that. Now, we're at a corner, so this is what we're going to do with the corner. We're going to go in it and we're going to put 3 double crochets. My hands are sweaty because it is hot as I'll get out in this yarn room. I'll pull out some yarn. Alright, y'all, so right here we're building a corner. So then, after we put our 3 doubles, we're going to chain 3. Okay? Then we're going to go right back down in that same chain 4 space. And we're going to put 3 more doubles. And that's all it is to building your corner right here. And on this row, that's the only time you're going to chain is right there in the corner. But you see how it built up that corner? Very easy. And then not chaining, you're going to skip right down here to this chain 2 and put 3 doubles. And not chaining, then you're going to skip right over here to this chain 2 space and put 3 doubles. Same with this one. And then you're going to build a corner, which is 3 doubles, chain 3, 3 doubles. And I will meet y'all back over right here when I get my last 3 doubles in. Okay, I'm back, y'all. And I've got my last 3 doubles in that chain 2 space. So what I'm going to do, you know it, I'm going to come right here into the top of that chain 3. And I'm going to slip stitch. Now, if you want, you can end it on this row because it is square. If you want to do another row or multiple other rows, go for it. All it is at this point is just a solid granny. That's it. So you just put 1 double in every single stitch. Now, from this point, yeah, on this one I did chain 3 in the corners. After this row, I would chain 2. But if you want to do the chain 3, go for it. Do chain 3. Make it your own. But yeah, after this row, all it is just a solid granny. So it's 1 in every single stitch. Now, do not forget, just like with any solid granny, that is your first stitch in a row. If you miss it, you count off. But yeah, 1 in every single stitch other than the corners, which is 2 doubles, and I always chain 2, and 2 doubles. And then I hit that secret stitch. So, that's all it is to this one. Alright, y'all. That's going to be all for today. So, I will meet you back here in the next one for another grand adventure. Right here in Val's Yarn Room. And I truly do love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. And do something nice for somebody. Even if it's just a smile. Let's see. I guess there ain't nothing left to say other than get your crochet on. I'm gonna. Bye, y'all.